Thank you for joining us for this episode of Texas Healthcare Talks, where we talk everything Texas healthcare over the past 25 years. We're your hosts, the one, the only Steve Rios, and the amazing Philip Ashmore, and I am Missy Masters. Thank you for joining us for the first of what is 3 of a Sizzilin Summer series that we are talking about. It seems as if people get injured more in the summer, which makes sense because June is Safety Awareness Month. And as we started researching what we wanted to talk about for this episode, it quickly turned into a 3-part series because there was just so much going on. So do you guys know what they call the period of time between Memorial Day, which we just had yesterday, and Labor Day? What it's commonly referred to, that period of time?
Vacation time?
Right?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's going to be something with a lot of people and a lot of traffic, I'm sure.
Right? It's actually referred to as the 100 deadliest days.
Oh, boy.
And there's a reason for that, and it's not a good reason, but I'm sure you can guess. It's because there's an increase in not just car wrecks, but in fatal car wrecks.
Well, I'm sure boating accidents as well, and because everybody's...
All the things.
Yeah.
But think about this, too. So you say fatal. I think about every year when we go to Florida. Dude, we leave at like the wee hours in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, there's times when we're exhausted and we're driving, and we probably shouldn't be driving, so...
Yeah, road trips are, I know a lot of people love road trips. I would rather put a stick in my eye. I don't have my dad was a grumpy road tripper. I love my dad, but he was a very grumpy road tripper. And so it was like road trips were not. And we would drive from Bismarck, North Dakota to Texas and back. And that is just...
How many hours is that?
Too many. I don't even know. I've blocked it out of my memory, but it was really bad. A lot of cornfields, not a lot of fun.
What's Florida's?
I think all in, we're about 12 hours
12,
with stops.
And then whenever we'd go to Colorado when I was a kid, it'd be about 13, 14 hours as well.
Yep.
I got pretty good at going to sleep on car rides.
No thanks. Okay, here's what we're going to do real quick. There are 7 categories of personal injury stuff that happens in the summer. Runaway sunglasses. We already talked about motor vehicle accidents. That's number 1, and that's what we will heavily devote this episode to. But what do you think some of the other things are that we're going to talk about? Some other episodes we might have things of that
different
nature.
type of accidents?
Yeah.
Fireworks?
Oh, yes, burns. Barbecue, too. Barbecue and fireworks.
Oh, yeah,
burns.
that makes sense.
So burns a
I got a
category.
barbecue story where I burned the crap out of my hands as a kid. Yep.
Yeah. What I would say maybe like places you go, like amusement parks.
Yep. So you have recreational and sports injuries.
Oh.
So yeah, in that, and then you can kind of combine that with swimming and drowning and boating. So we are our next episode after this is gonna be about water parks. We're gonna call it the Water Park Wounded. And as you can maybe hear in the background, and we might have to take a quick pause to do something about it, our 3rd episode is actually gonna be Who Let the Dogs Out, because the instance of dog bites increases over the summer. And we have a special guest for that we'll be filming after this episode, who's crying outside the door because
Special
he
dog
wants
guest.
to be a part of this now. He's like, why can't I be in there now? I'm a star in the making. So we've got motor vehicle accidents, swimming and drowning accidents, dog bites, recreational sports and injuries, barbecue, firework burns. We're missing 2 that are kind of you would. It's an everyday, we do it all the time now, kind of like motor vehicle accidents. They happen. We treat them all the time, but they go up in the summer.
Maybe slip and falls?
Mm-hmm, slip and falls. And we're tying that into our water park series because a lot of those slip and falls happen because of the water.
Yeah.
Everyone trying to cool off from the heat. And the last one, we don't treat it because it typically is not a true form of personal injury where somebody else was negligent. Unless it's, God forbid, a sports coach not allowing kids to have water breaks, but it's actually heat-related illness, which is like heat stroke or things like that from getting too hot. And so, obviously, that not something personal injury touches, but of all of those, we will be doing the Water Park Wounded, Who Let the Dogs Out. But today, we are going to talk about car wrecks. So I have another little trivia question for you. Which 2 days of the week do you think are highest in the summer for car wrecks? Happen most often on these 2 days. I had no idea. This kind of surprised me.
2 days of the week. I would say a Friday has to be one.
I'd say gotta be
Friday's
Friday.
one of
Friday
them.
for sure.
Rushing home, getting off work, and then getting to the weekend.
Oh, Friday traffic's just
Yeah.
a not nice word.
Is it
Is it Sunday?
Sunday? I was going to say Sunday.
I would have thought too. I would have thought Saturday or Sunday, and it's not.
No?
Yeah.
Monday on the commute back to work?
Again, I would think so, but no.
Wednesday?
Yes.
That's
Wednesday.
Hump day.
Yeah, that's
Everybody's
wild.
humping it to work. I
I
don't
would
know.
not have picked Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's middle of the week.
I know, right? Isn't that weird?
That is weird. Friday makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wednesday makes zero
zero
sense.
That's what I thought. I was like, yeah. So can you guess, and Phil kind of alluded to it, what time of the day is most common or more accidents happen between this time frame?
5 and 7 on Friday. Or that's what I would say, because people get off work at 5, they're rushing home.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That does make sense, but if I'm just thinking travel, it's got to be dark outside.
Oh, it might be the 10 to 12,
maybe
10
to midnight.
1.
10 to midnight.
So the answer is that it happens pretty much between sundown, so sunset, and midnight.
So between 6:30 and midnight.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Makes
get that.
sense.
Isn't that crazy? So obviously we know that car wrecks spike in the summer, but could you tell me why?
There's more people on the road.
Well, yeah, but that's the general answer. To get granular with it just a little bit.
Honestly, probably because people get pissed off.
It's hot.
Like you're
Heat.
sitting
There.
You're sitting
We're
in
in Texas.
traffic.
Come on, yeah.
Right? And
got
then
one, guys.
People get mad and
Yeah.
they start driving
Well,
erratic.
Yeah.
believe it or not, it's not the anger part of it as much as it is the heat causes blowouts,
Oh, that makes
cars
sense.
to stall.
That makes sense.
So you want to make sure, PSA, going into the summer months, that you have checked your vehicle, that it's working, that it's running, that all the things are cooling, because that is. And if you do break down, be so careful on the side of the road.
And also, like 18-wheelers, they have blowouts, and there's a lot more people on the road during the summer.
Yes.
And those blowouts on 18-wheelers,
Those are huge.
I did.
Yeah.
There's a lot of depositions I was a part of with 18-wheelers that blew out, and car next to it, and just
Yeah.
took out the car.
Or have you ever been driving down the highway after a blowout happens?
Yes.
And then all the
you're-
debris.
all the debris,
Flying
and you're
rubber.
trying to go around it.
Yeah, it's
I
the
can see
worst.
accidents happening in that.
So this will be interesting, I think. So you guys have talked about it, and you're absolutely correct. The increase in drivers on the road, but specifically increase in what kind of drivers on the road. This never crossed my mind, and I have one, so it should have.
So it's teenagers.
Yeah.
Yes,
They're out of school.
They're out of
Oh,
school,
they're out of
so they're
school,
driving
yeah.
to and from jobs instead of just to and from school. And they're hanging out with their friends, and so that 1 in 3 car accidents is in the summer involves a teenage driver, which I have a teenage driver, and y'all, I cannot. I'm gonna tell a story about her, and she's gonna hate me for it, but it's just so good. When she started driving, my husband took her first because I think he feared for her life, and rightfully so, at my hands, because I'm not the world's most patient teacher as much as I try. And they went through their first 4-way stop, and he made sure it was a time of day where there was nobody around, so there's no other cars. And she gets through the 4-way stop, and then she stops the car on the other end and claps for herself. And he's like, no, we do not clap. We're not clapping. But she was so excited. She went through her first 4-way stop, and it's just like the excitement they have. But they're still just kids. You know,
Yeah,
they are.
Their brains aren't developed. And so I get in the car with her for the first time. We're in the driveway, and I'm like, all right, let's go. And so she puts her foot on the brake, and I'm like, that's good. And she's got one hand on the wheel. She goes to pull it into reverse to back out of the driveway. Nothing happens. And she's like, she does this again, and then she pushes the brake harder, and she does this, and she's jerking on the steering wheel, and I'm just sitting there doing this. Like, I can't even look at her. I'm just going like, oh, my God, she'll figure it out.
She didn't start the car.
Exactly. So finally, she's like, something's wrong with your car. That's of course, it could not be her. Something's wrong with your car. And I go, turn the damn car on. And she goes, oh, yeah, right. And I'd like to tell you that that's the only time that happened, but might have happened.
I have gotten a FaceTime from my son where everything's dinging, right? So he's got the ignition's turned, but it's not turned all the way on to start the car. He's like, Dad, something's wrong with the car. He's like, you hear all these noises. And I'm listening and I'm looking. I hear the ding. I was like, dude, is the car on?
Yeah.
He starts the car. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing. So yeah, that actually, it surprises me that it is only 1 in 3. Cassidy twice now, and this is why it's so important to tell everybody you know what you do for a living so that they call you. Cassidy twice now has called me, my friend was in a wreck, and we've been able to help 2 of her friends. And I'm not gonna lie, when she calls me and says my friend's been in a wreck, my first thing is teenage driver, it's their fault. But
Understandable.
one time a passenger, and one time it actually totally, maybe an older driver could have avoided it, but I don't know. When somebody blows through a stop sign and T-bones you, You may see it coming, you may not. You
know, with teen drivers, because I've had two now that, have been driving for a couple years, I swear it takes them a solid year just to get comfortable.
Yeah,
so, like, when they're 16 and they get their license, man, you're still in you're in the scary zone for almost an entire year.
Oh, man.
Until they got it down.
I remember when I first got my license, and my grandma comes to the house, and she's like, all right, mijo, you're going to drive me home. And I'm like, all the way to Royce City from Mesquite? I'm like, yeah, I got it. Boy, I did not have it. And
hands sweating, nervous.
Nervous, both hands on the steering wheel.
I did not have it.
But that was a trial through fire, and thank God nothing happened to me and Grandma. Rest in peace, Grandma, but it wasn't because of my driving.
My grandpa said something like that. He had told me the wrong address to take him to a doctor's appointment. Now, I wasn't a teenager, but I was I think I was 21 at the time, so might as well have been a teenager. And he'd given me the wrong address to take him to a doctor's appointment, so we were late getting to the right one. So I'm going 90 down 35 trying to get us there. And my grandpa goes, Papa's just going to close his eyes.
Yeah.
And if I see you in heaven, I'll see you there.
That's awesome.
That's his way of saying slow the hell down, woman. So we talked about teen drivers, extreme temperatures, increased travel for the summer. The other one that I think people look over is the amount of drunk driving goes up because you've got Memorial Day celebration, you've got 4th of July, you've got just summer parties, pool parties hanging out, and then obviously Labor Day. So the drunk driving and partying type crashes go up too, which is kind of sad,
I get it, though. It's understandable because everybody's, having their summer time.
Yep.
And it makes sense.
It does make a lot of sense.
Exactly. The one thing, too, that causes accidents to go up but didn't make the top 4 on that particular article is road construction. I don't know about you guys. I love summer because there's no more school zones, which is great. But, man, the road construction in the summer, especially if you're road tripping, is such a bugaboo. I don't know if you've experienced that when you're driving. You're like, I'm making great time.
No,
and
as a marketer, I don't deal with that every day of my life, especially in Texas on 635. So
we have an exit that they just recently closed. So heading out to my area, and whenever they closed it, there was no announcement. Like nobody knew that they just closed the last exit to get to our neighborhood. So if you're not aware, you're gonna literally have to go. I live a little bit out in the country, so you have to go all the way to the next town. And so when nobody knew that it wasn't closed, I get this call from my daughter, and she is pissed. She gets off work. She's like, well, I missed my freaking exit. Now I got to go all the way to Royce City before I can turn around. So, yeah, construction and accidents, I totally get it.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, TxDOT.
Yeah, right? Okay, so speaking of, how many projects statewide do you think are going on right now in Texas, construction-wise? Over how many?
It's in the thousands.
Yeah, it's got to be.
It is in the
thousands.
I'm not going to say a number because my numbers are crazy, but I'm going to say it's about 1,700.
It's got to be more than that.
Yeah, it's more than that.
It's more than that. I'm going to say 10,000 plus.
Oh, you're close.
What?
It's over 7,000.
Jeez.
So, yeah. And that
just think our
Across,
Metroplex alone,
there
is construction everywhere.
Yeah.
So
okay, so annually, how many of the car crashes that happen because of, or not, I'm not say because of work zones, but in work zones?
Like where people are actually doing construction on anywhere?
Yeah, the accident happens within the construction zone.
Like percentage?
I'll give you, no,
Yeah.
it's a number, approximately. So it's less than 50,000, and it's more than 15,000, because that's a number I wouldn't even have a ballpark for getting into.
25,000?
Yeah, 30.
Close. 28,000. Yeah, you guys got it right there.
Wow.
Which to me, that is crazy. This is crazy, too. Of those, 200 of them roughly result in fatalities in a construction zone. But now this part got me, too. So you think of construction zone, construction workers, 200 of those 28,000 result in fatalities. Who's most likely dying in those wrecks?
The construction workers.
That's what I would have thought, too. But no, it's actually the drivers and the passengers in the vehicles are more likely to die. Statistically, which is freaking crazy pants to me. I just don't even have the bandwidth for that.
I don't know if TxDOT still does it, but they used to put the numbers of how many have
I remember
died,
that, yeah.
like in Texas. Man, I remember seeing that number. Like I'd see that number, I'm like, that is wild. That is wild how many people are dying in car accidents in Texas.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still put them up, but we used to read them, and I'm like,
It's a morbid statistics, but it doesn't surprise me entirely because while cars have gotten a lot better, well, like, mine will break for me whether I like it or not.
Which is terrifying.
It is terrifying. I have felt recently, and I don't know how you guys feel, I have come so close to being sideswiped almost every day that I drive. It feels like because some yahoo's texting and just driving like a drunk driver this way, that way. And I'm like, almost all the cars I feel like can do the text and drive thing where you just talk to them. So I don't understand the need to have your phone right here while you're driving and you going back and forth.
Driving now, if you just pay attention to other people and look in the car, like if you look over, you'll see people texting and driving all the time.
Well, this morning, case in point, my allergies are really bad right now. And so I was reaching for tissue and to blow my nose, and I'm reaching over and I'm like, oh gosh, I'm
listing.
Oh yes, bad. And I was like, man, all right, I'll just wait till I get to the office. But yeah, I was one of those people. If you saw me,
hey, they have these really cool. They're like, they almost look like these drinks. The tubular Kleenex. Now you put them in your car, your cup holder, so you don't have to have a box on the floor. You just stick it in the cup holder, and it's little. They sell them at Target. Saw it yesterday.
Well, thanks for picking me up one. Let's appreciate
I didn't know you needed one, or I would have.
Yeah. We'll have to do an allergy episode at some point. Because everybody's been struggling.
It's been a thing. It has been a thing. Today was the first day of summer swim practice. Speaking of Sizzilin Summer stuff, except that we had all that rain this weekend, so it was so cold. I swear my son looked blue when he came back from practice. He was just chattering. So here's a fun question. Do you guys know the best swimsuit colors to put your kids in?
I just saw this. It's the bright colors. Or it depends. Like the lake is a lot darker, so you want to go more like yellows, oranges, and reds.
Neons, yes.
And then in the ocean, because it's clearer, I just saw this like yesterday.
Like
that's
yellow,
wild.
Yellow or something?
Like it's just anything bright.
Yeah.
But you want to stay away from like the blacks and the browns and all of those colors.
And blue is such a common color for swimming suits, but it blends in with water. Blues and greens blend in with the water, so you don't want to do
a bright
that.
color would make a lot of sense, especially for lakes.
I sent that to Nicole because we're all going on vacation soon, and I sent it to her like these are the colors that we need to get for Cole and Tyler. That's so funny. I just saw that.
No, you absolutely do, and I know that for boys it can be really hard because fluorescent yellow and fluorescent orange and fluorescent pink are not, which boy colors.
It's kind of in right now,
it
though.
Is, hey, it is in. It's in right now.
Come back.
Yeah.
My son's got some bright pink swim trunks.
It is the best thing to do. I mean, when my daughter did open water swimming for a while, and you have to wear when you go in the bigger lakes. Not if you're doing it for official times, they don't let you have anything, and they just have spotters in the water. But when you're doing some of these ones that are practice, if you will, they make you wear a thing around your waist and a buoy so that we can spot you in the dirty Texas lake water, because she's done this one in Austin a few years in a row.
It's mud water.
And it's mud water. And they are they're fluorescent orange or fluorescent yellow or fluorescent pink. And she's got 2 of the 3 colors. I can't think of which ones now, but it makes it so much easier to spot
That makes
them.
sense.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Isn't that crazy, though? Like, just the thought, think through having a buoy that you're swimming that long of a distance.
Yeah.
So funny thing, she went last year and did an open water race in by Lake Travis, and the buoy that they're supposed to be swimming out to is supposed to be a 5.5K, and you see these huge buoys that you swim around and do that, and it broke free, and nobody quite realized it had broken free. And so they're swimming towards a moving target.
That's constantly moving.
When they finally figured it out, and somebody stopped it, and she ended up swimming over a 6K because she's not happy.
I would have been very livid.
She's exhausted. That race took, it was close to 2 hours.
2 hours on the
stopping,
water swimming.
just swimming, no stopping,
That's
no
brutal.
breaks, no nothing. She's a beast.
Off duty.
Yeah,
Off
and
duty.
she's a better driver now. It's been a hot minute since she was 15, so better driver now. But next time, I'm very excited because we're going to be talking about the water park wounded. I have an embarrassing story of my own to share about that.
Can't wait.
I know, right? And the episode after that we're actually filming next, because Frank out there has had it. He's tired of waiting. We're going to film a Who Let the Dogs Out episode.
That one's going to be fun.
Yeah. If you or someone you know is injured in the DFW area, please give us a call. We can help. And thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Texas Healthcare Talks. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.